Hey, update. I had 3 speaking engagements that I went out of town for, and they were just back to back to back. And I am so grateful for these opportunities to share my gift and to share the lessons I've learned, to speak in front of these audiences. I am so grateful for these opportunities. I was at Slay the Spray, I was at Team Micro Live, and I was at the Eyebrow Festival. And something that I kept saying while I was on stage was, I am not here, I don't stand on the stage because of my accomplishments. I don't stand on this stage because of the fact that I'm the AAM board president. I stand on this stage because of the testimony of my life, of the things that are extraordinary in my life that I think are not necessarily of my doing, but of God's grace. For some reason, I was equipped with the knowledge and the skill and the opportunities to create a multi-7-figure permanent makeup business.
Welcome to Pretty Rich Podcast. My name is Sheila Bella, founder of Sheila Bella Microblading. I am also the American Academy of Micropigmentation Board President, and I am the CEO of Pretty Rich Bosses. I am the mother of 3 sons and the proud wife of William James Rouge III. My journey started as a broke server at a sports bar wearing a schoolgirl outfit, serving beer and avocado fries. And I got fired from that job. It was crazy. And within 3 years, I became a multi-millionaire as a brow artist. When the pandemic hit and my salon was shut down, I was devastated until I realized that opportunity doesn't go away. It just changes location. So I built my second multi-million-dollar business online, proving to my own imposter syndrome that it wasn't the business, it was me and my knack for making money. So, how did I go from being an uneducated immigrant from the Philippines to being featured in Forbes magazine, Bravo, NBC, and CEO Weekly? Well, all by the grace of God and realizing that I was my own Prince Charming. I had to be my own life jacket because I had more control over my life than I thought I did. And literally, all it took for me was to finally decide that I wasn't going to be mediocre anymore. The conversations in this podcast are going to show you that you're not alone, that really none of us know what we're doing, and it's also going to equip you with the tools necessary to help you do exactly what I should have done all along, which is to believe in myself, stop waiting for permission, and skip the line. It's going to help you create your perfect job and hire yourself as CEO. Because power is never given to you. You just have to take it. And hey, I want to feature you on this podcast. And all you have to do is text me the word podcast to 310-388-4588. along with any and all questions that you may have, and I will answer them here along with a shout out. Are you ready, Beauty Boss? Let's go.
I understand that these were systems and strategies that I implemented. These were also opportunities that God presented me with that I took, right? So I'm here to talk a little bit about how I was able to create a 7-figure permanent makeup business while all the other microbladers in Los Angeles were barely making 6. And something I also say all the time is that I always thought maybe it was luck because I got in at the right time, I got it at the right season, I got in the right market when microblading was booming. Yes, but if I look back at my journey, why was my studio making 6 and everybody else was only making, maybe low six figures. And I think it's because I scaled. It's because I scaled. And one of the things that I talked about in Team Micro is the biggest lie in the permanent makeup industry. The biggest lie trainers tell you, unfortunately, most trainers are booked and busy themselves, but perhaps they don't know how to teach that part of it. I think most trainers tell you that if you take their microblading course or their nanobrows course, that if you post really good work, right, and you just post before and after photos and have a great portfolio, that the clients will just come. But it's really incomplete. This business, permanent makeup, is really difficult to do full time. Do you guys feel that? It's really difficult to do full time, and we are in for a surprise once we get into the industry. Why is it that our, counterparts, our esthetician counterparts, our lash artist friends, our esthetician friends, they're booked and busy within the first 6 months of starting. But for permanent makeup artists, we don't have repeat clients a whole lot. We have repeat clients once a year. And I think it's a surprise to a lot of people who decide, hey, I'm going to do eyebrows because I saw so-and-so started her microblading business and she's doing well. It's a surprise to them how hard it is to get clients, how hard it is to have a full-time schedule, right? Let me know, because that is what I found in the beginning of business building, that I remember rejoicing. This is a true story. I was at the San Diego Zoo. This was in 2010. Yeah. I was at the San Diego Zoo, and I remember up until that point, all of the people that I had ever done had been friends and family. And I got a call from, I forgot even where, from a real stranger that was interested in microblading or permanent makeup. And do you guys remember that first time where you had a real client that was not your mom's friend, that was not your auntie, that actually said, hey, yeah, I think I would love to, I'm interested in your services. I'll never forget mine. I was at the San Diego Zoo and I got that call. And I remember after I did her, I was so happy because I had $400, which was a humongous deal to me at that time. That's a lot of money. And then I was like, oh man, I have to do it again. It was barely going to pay for my rent. So it didn't take long for me to realize that permanent makeup is really difficult to do full time. You need to convince a complete stranger to let you, not just let you, pay you to tattoo her face for money. What? And you have to do 40 hours a week worth of this. So new client acquisition is a skill all permanent makeup artists must have. You must have it. So in order to turn this side hustle into your main hustle, you have to have the skill of new client acquisition. It's you have to get that training. Otherwise, this will stay a glorified hobby. Why? Why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Why did I choose this? And I just want you to know it's not your fault. You were not told this before. You've never been taught new client acquisition skills. And when you decided to take your certification, I'll bet people weren't upfront with you. I'll bet. Because it is really discouraging when you think about it that way. You really have to have the skill of new client acquisition, as well as the artistry. So the reason why I was able to create a 7-figure permanent makeup studio versus all the other microbladers in town was because I acquired this other skill, this super necessary skill, new client acquisition. And not only that, I was really married to the vision. I was married to the goal. I was married to the dream. I convinced myself that if I failed at this, that I it would mean that I personally was a failure. I brainwashed myself enough to think that I was really just committed to it, because entrepreneurship is freaking emotionally abusive, especially PMU artists. I feel so bad for newbies that don't know this yet. And I think that's why I'm giving this talk, because I was like, why is this so hard? And I didn't have the words to put it together back then, but it's because of that. It's because new client acquisition is a skill you really, really need to have. For those of you who don't know, I am offering a very low cost resource. It's called New Clients Consistently. That's out right now. I released it before, but I've updated it. And the feedback from this course is that it's a lot easier to understand. It's a lot more succinct. Thank you so much for the feedback. And if you're interested, I barely make any money from these low cost, these courses. I really do it to help you guys out. And also to prevent anybody else from having from feeling really stuck in this business. So go to sheilabella.com/NCC, stands for New Clients Consistently, and check it out. I guarantee if you apply everything in this course, it will change your business for the better. You will have new clients consistently. And I share this with you because I have a coaching program that's high ticket. And if you get started in NCC and you get new clients consistently, my hope is one day you'll be able to afford my coaching program if you want to get to the next level. So I offer these low cost, very affordable courses for that reason. So go to sheilabella.com/NCC. Let's talk about being really married to that vision, being really married to that goal and that lifestyle. This is not something you can fake. I really think some people just have it and some people just don't. Or maybe they're fooling themselves that they want something, but they really don't. Maybe entrepreneurship was like marketed to them. You really can't get away from entrepreneurship propaganda, on the internet. Everybody seems to think that they need to be their own boss. Now, if that's truly you, if that's truly your personality and your calling and being an entrepreneur, like go for it, go for it. Then we're the same. But there's some people that just can't hang. Am I allowed to say that? Unpopular opinion. Some people just can't hang, and it's if it were truly important to them, they'd be more consistent. They'd take the jump. But for some people, they are comfortable. They just are. I was not comfortable. I was not okay with being comfortable. And I remember thinking, I am going to work really hard on this because I cannot die without realizing this dream. Really serious about it. I was not just serious about the money, right? It's more than that. I was serious about the kind of life that I wanted to live. It's a lot deeper than just money. So I said, I'm going to create more content than the average person. I'm going to invest in my business more than the average person. Because while everybody is so busy working in their business, thinking about their business, y'all are just thinking. Nothing's going to happen through just thought. Well, while everybody's busy working so hard in their business, they're so busy doing the things, doing services, relying on Yelp and referrals to keep them busy. None of these people are thinking they need to learn new things and invest in themselves and in their business, which is a mistake. So I invested in myself, in my skills, because that's how you make a lot of money, by the way, is you just need to acquire more skills. For example, the skill of new client acquisition. And I just did a little bit more than the bare minimum, because while most artists were just satisfied doing the bare minimum, what's the bare minimum for PMU? Yelp, Google My Business, some social media posting once a day. That's typically, the bare minimum. Most artists are satisfied doing that. And I was just investing just a little bit more than the average artist, and it compounds. And I think that's why it didn't take me long, 3 years, I had a multi-7-figure permanent makeup business with 15 artists in 2 locations. And if you think about it that way, if you do just a little bit more than the competition, your career is going to fly past everyone else. If you choose to do the things that they don't think they need to do, is my point. Guys, if you are interested in building your skills, and you are interested in acquiring the skill of getting new clients, because I was just telling my son this last night, that listen, making money isn't like just something you do. It's like a thing that you can learn. Just like you learned how to microblade, just like you learned lashing. It's like a thing you can learn and you can repeat it over and over again. So I was telling my son, I was like, I'm going to teach you how to be a millionaire by the time you're 18. Not that he's going to like keep all this money. Obviously he's going to blow it, but I just want you to have the skill. I just want you to know the game. That's it. You know, you can't give your kids, you can't guarantee safety and security and happiness for your kids. All you can do is give them tools. And that's kind of what I'm doing for you guys today. I want to give you the skill of new client acquisition. And all you need to do is go to sheilabella.com/NCC, sheilabella.com/NCC. I hope you guys join me. I hope you guys join me inside. I'm really proud of this course. It is my #1 selling course. And I have to say, the information in it is my favorite out of any course I've ever done. It is so to the point. The tips are timeless. They're unlike any other tips you've seen on the internet. And I'm just so proud of it. And I would love to hear your feedback once you join in. Okay, everyone, that is my time today. And I will see you guys inside the course. Bye, guys!
Hey, thanks so much for listening to today's episode of Pretty Rich Podcast. If you want to continue the conversation longer, check me out on Instagram. It's my favorite place to connect with you guys at Real Sheila Bella. I'm happy to answer any of your questions or simply to chat and get to know you better. And if you end up doing something super awesome like screenshotting this episode and reposting it on your stories, that would put the biggest smile on my face. Don't forget to tag me. I appreciate every share and love feedback from my listeners. Also, do you have my number? Because if we're going to keep hanging out, you should probably have my number. So you can actually text me. That's right. You can text me at 310-388-4588. And if you're sick and tired of doing business alone and you're interested in accelerating your success by hiring a business coach or joining our mentorship program called Pretty Rich Bosses, go ahead and just apply. Why not? Check it out. Go to sheilabella.com/apply. And we'll schedule a free strategy session with either myself or one of my advisors. And of course, I gotta include my kids. So here to send us off are Bo and Gray. Gray, say share with your friends.
Share with friends.
Please review my mommy on iTunes.
Mama iTunes.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Hey, Bo, can you tell everybody what our family motto is?
Yeah. I can do hard things.
I can do hard things. Good job, buddy.